Welcome to Soul Over It, the podcast where science meets spirituality. Get ready to explore the hidden truths of health optimization, wellness, spirituality, and empowerment. We are your hosts, Taylor and Abby Scarpello. Let's dive in. So on today's episode, we're putting Taylor in the hot seat. Taylor is approaching her Saturn return, also her 28th birthday. So I want to know all the tea and the words of wisdom that she has for all of us. So get ready for a fun, juicy episode as we wish Taylor a very happy birthday. So happy birthday, Tayller. Here we go.
You all know I'm very emotional.
Very.
And I already have tears running down my face.
Okay, so would you like to explain what a Saturn return is, or do you want me to give a little background?
I'll let you explain as I compose myself, and then I'll fill in the gap.
So Saturn return is when you are born, Saturn is occupying a specific sign in the zodiac astrology signs. So it takes Saturn about 29 years to go through all the 12 zodiac signs. So then it returns to that same position it was when you were born, around that 29-year mark. So your Saturn return can pretty much happen between the ages of 27 to like 30-ish. The themes that are usually brought up around this time having to do with responsibility, putting a lot of hard work in, finding greater structure in your life, laying a stronger foundation for your life. And it's actually usually the time where typically people are like not settling down, but like finding their way in life. Like they have a secure job, they have a relationship, but not for everyone, but it's kind of like generalization. Exactly.
Like, typically when you either find yourself in a different career, getting married, maybe meeting your soulmate or the one, going into whatever that new chapter is.
Yeah. So I also wrote down it's the period where you're getting clear on your life.
Cool. I like that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay. So are you ready?
I am ready.
So I wrote down a bunch of questions, fun ones, juicy ones, deep ones, just kind of a whole mix, just to like see where Taylor is at this part of her life and just, get to know her a little more.
Let's do it.
Okay. So how do you feel to reach your Saturn return?
If you asked me this question, I would say last year, I would say I'm angry, upset, annoyed, I guess a little bit more uncomfortable. But going into this chapter, I am so excited.
That's great.
Because I have learned so many lessons this past year, where going into my 28th year, my Saturn return, I am so excited for the growth, the abundance, the new opportunities, and I am ready to just welcome all of these beautiful blessings in.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. That is so exciting. And I love how your outlook has changed. And it's like, instead of being, this could be awful, it's like, no, I'm embracing this. This is awesome. Yeah, love it. So this period could also be seen as like a glow up. So how are you preparing for this glow up period? Like, what are you doing to be like, I am glowing up?
I don't know if I should laugh or if I should cry. But it's to celebrate. And I would say, I apologize for too many pauses because it's going to be me wiping my tears. But it's to celebrate. And over the last, I would say 3 years for us, it's been dark. It's been heavier. And leading into my birthday, even the holiday season, because it's all kind of mishmash into a few weeks, we're leading into that. It's been filled with so much grief, so much loss, the feelings of lack, and just a lot of pressure going into the holidays and my birthday. But this year, I am so excited to celebrate life and the new beginnings, the blessings, create new traditions with each other, with myself and family. And I know that there consciously is, let's say, an empty seat at the table, whether it be on my birthday or within the holidays. And I've come to the realization that I'm going to accept that as that is. And for the rest of the years to come, I've accepted that. However, that doesn't mean I can't celebrate life and the things that I do have and the things that I'm ready to welcome in. So I would say celebration is
That
so necessary.
it is.
And life is way too short not to celebrate yourself, whether it be the smallest thing, which means just waking up today for a new day, or that new milestone where maybe it is getting married or a new thing in your career. Celebrate no matter how big or how small that milestone may be, because you are worth
Yeah, so important. So, what is the biggest lesson you've learned so far? Don't worry, there are going to be lighter questions.
it. Okay.
Don't worry.
Like,
But starting out,
should have brought more tissues. We have like a little paper towel.
you'll be all right. You'll be fine.
We're good.
You'll be fine. So, biggest lesson you've learned so far?
This is tough. I feel it's been lesson after lesson after lesson. And I feel that I'm finally at that period of welcoming in the blessing. And I knew this question was coming. And I've been trying to find the right answer. And there's so many things going through my head right now. But I would say one thing that I have been working on is to be comfortable in the uncomfortable. Be comfortable in the unknown, because you don't necessarily know where you're going, what your journey looks like, where it's leading. And I've been through quite a lot over the last, say, 28 years, really, where it's been jam packed in such a short period of time. And it's been one thing after another. And I feel that I've created such a solid toolbox for myself. And along that journey, it's been very lonely. But I've become or have I've gotten to that point where I'm so ready to let people into my toolbox.
Mm-hmm.
And I joke around and say, oh, I'm the Mary Poppins of health and wellness and quality and healing. Because you never know what is either one going to come out of my mouth or it's going to come out of my purse.
You never know.
I have thrown my neck into spasm because I've had a little too many crystals in my purse.
Yeah. So your purse is a little too heavy.
But I would say at the end of the day, just becoming comfortable with yourself so that when you do enter those periods of discomfort, you're able to stay grounded, stay present, and be comfortable in the unknown.
So what, I guess, experience, or if you've had one, made you feel the most alive?
The most alive?
Yeah, where it's like, I just feel so like good and like excited.
Oh, there's two things that are coming.
Okay.
When we're doing our sound baths together, there is just like that moment where you're playing the bowls and maybe I'm standing up playing the rain stick or something else. And it's just when we're in sync, it's like, oh, it just feels so good.
It's magical.
It's literally magical. And Abby just looks like this beautiful angel goddess just rimming her bowls. I'm in my zone, whichever instrument I'm playing. It could be the rain stick. I feel like I'm this goddess warrior toga
in the rainforest.
And thankfully, people are laying down with their eyes closed. They're in their own little experience because we're in aura.
Yeah, exactly.
And it feels so right. And when I'm doing sound healing by myself, it's not the same. It's just this magic that we bring together. So I would say that's one thing. And then another is the feeling after a theta healing session with a client when it's this magic, this pure unconditional love and healing that I was able to witness and to bring something so powerful that has helped another person's life. It's life changing. And I would say those are the moments that make me feel so alive because because I know that I'm doing something that one, I'm so passionate about, but I'm in my purpose.
That's beautiful. Love that. Okay, we got a fun one.
Okay.
What song or movie title would you describe your life right now? Oh gosh.
This was a fun.
She's getting teary-eyed again.
Because I'm excited. I would say Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again.
Oh,
Mamma Mia 2.
okay.
Because what's her name? What's her name? Oh my God, what's her name?
Don't remember.
Not Sophie, the mom, Meryl Streep.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
But in number 2, it's Lily James. Oh my God, what's her name? Donna. So if you have seen Mamma Mia 1, it's really all about the daughter, mostly about how she's finding her dad and she's getting married. But in Mamma Mia 2, it's all about the mom and her story into finding love, falling in love, and then obviously having her baby, but becoming the mom, raising her daughter, and finding herself. And so the reason why I say it's Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, because I feel like I've been through so much and now it's not like, oh, here we go again. It's yes, here we go again. Let's change it. Let's continue along this beautiful evolution and this next chapter into self-discovery growth where I started to lay that foundation and now let's continue to build upon it.
That's amazing. I love that. What is your favorite and least favorite trend right now?
Oh, God. Least favorite?
Yeah.
Low-rise jeans.
Oh, I agree.
Oh, my God.
Why bring them back?
Why? They already gave me enough trauma back in 5th grade. I'm not trying to relive.
No. Mm-mm.
No.
No, thank you.
So definitely low-rise jeans. Favorite trend?
Yeah. In anything. It could be like, it doesn't have to be fashion, it could be health and wellness, anything. Like,
No, I'm dancing right now, but I would say just getting back to the basics with our food, with regenerative farming, getting back in tune with the way our ancestors lived. And I would say that right now, I have been very inspired to connect with our ancestors, our ancestral roots, what they ate, what their day-to-day was like, or like not, and what their day-to-day life was also like as
yeah. I love that.
getting back in tune with your ancestors. Yeah.
So important.
It really is.
Yeah.
Because I could get really into like the science behind it because you guys know I love it. But just getting back in tune with the way our ancestors were raised and what they lived and what was filled within their day to day, we're able to understand how we are as humans a little bit better and what our genetic makeup is like. And it makes living so much easier.
It does.
Once you know what really is going on inside with that genetic blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
Like unlocking that little key to the universe.
Exactly. That's awesome. Okay. What does love mean to you?
Anyway, with the deep question.
Well, it is your Saturn return.
Ooh, fun one. Let's get deep. Ooh, little fun.
Well, I like to get deep.
I do too. Don't give me that surface level nonsense.
No, I don't need the fluff.
No, do not. But I would say love. Again, if you asked me this when I was 16, it's like, love is when you meet Prince Charming and he just sweeps you off your feet.
Well, we all grew up with Disney princesses. So.
And yeah, of course you want to fantasize about that. But love is being able to accept yourself in every moment, every part of the day, the good, the bad, the uncomfortable, the happy times, and being able to accept and love yourself unconditionally, but also sit alone with yourself in those dark times and also in those happy times. And being able to recognize every part of yourself and see where those cracks are. Because those cracks also make up who you are, but those cracks don't have to stay broken. You have the ability, you have the power within you to mend those cracks, to heal, so that you can continue to not only love yourself, but love those around you. And when you begin to love yourself in every area, every aspect of who you are, it's going to ripple outward. And it's going to create this vibration, create this energy that others can then match it, where it just becomes this beautiful snowball effect, where if you're saying that I love me, you're allowing others to love and recognize, respect you.
Yeah.
I would say that's what love truly is.
I agree.
And I didn't realize and recognize that until 2022, when I went to Florida all by myself and I was sitting alone in the apartment, just so happy. And I remember I just sat back on the chair. Wow, this is self-love. This is exactly what love is supposed to be. I am by myself, just so content, just sitting in the apartment. I also heard grandma's footsteps in the apartment.
That's why too. She's with you.
Nice. Nice little hint of inspiration.
There you go.
Know that grandma's always with us.
She is. Okay. So I know you have a very lengthy list. However, I want you to pick your top 5 qualities you look for in a man, your future husband. What are those top 5 that it's like he has to have these, or you're walking out? You're out.
Communication is number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Great communication. Loyalty,
for sure,
absolutely, is tough. I have been, like I said, if we
through it.
I have been through it. But if we go back to episode 1, where I'm a truth seeker, and I'm also very intuitive, where if you lie to me, I may not know in the exact moment.
She will.
But I will, 1, I will find out, or 2, it will know. Your girl's very intuitive. I'm also a Scorpio.
So
we're like the FBI.
Okay.
Sorry, back to top 5. So you have communication, loyalty, someone who is into health and wellness and is driven to dive deep within them, where maybe they haven't fully healed all aspects of themselves, because no one's perfect. We're always going to be continuously healing, but is willing to do the work, to do the hard, uncomfortable work together, and also alone.
Yeah.
And someone that is inspired. Because when we do things out of motivation, we're doing things from an analytical point of view. But when we do things from inspiration, we're able to get creative, and it creates joy, abundance.
Yeah.
And that's happy.
Yeah, that's where the magic really comes.
Exactly. And that empowerment. I guess good looking has to have, of course, that chemistry, but also wants to grow together.
Exactly. Yeah. I love that. Those are,
thank you.
Yeah. Now I know, because I have a lengthy list too.
So I tried to jam pack 5 qualities into 1 quality, kind of sum it up into a box.
So it's all right. It works.
Into 1 category. I got our 5 categories.
Okay, we have a fun one.
So,
do you have a hidden talent?
I do have a hidden talent.
Can I guess it?
You can guess it.
You can read mine.
I think that's your hidden talent. Well, I think that's yours. But yes, I can.
Yeah.
I think we're going to scare our audience.
It's okay.
No, but as someone who is very intuitive, I will find out the truth. And there's actually a funny story to this. When I was in, I believe it was 7th grade, I had a journal prompt because typically in school, I don't know if public school is a little bit different, but in Catholic school, they always wanted to keep kids quiet. So as soon as you walked into the classroom in the morning, there was always some sort of to do, or basically it was just busy work to keep everyone quiet until you were settled, and then it was ready to start the day. So there was a journal prompt, and it was, if you had a superpower, what would it be and why? And my superpower was to read minds. And how I would do this would be by staring at people's forehead, and I would be able to read their minds.
Interesting.
Little did I know, as we follow the steps, follow the yellow brick road, where did we end up? We're in spirituality, and I'm a theta healer. And this is something that I do within theta healing. I may not specifically read your mind, but I do intuitive body scans, connects with other people's chakras, and your forehead is also associated with your third eye chakra.
But you read people's subconscious minds.
Oh, mic drop. Mic drop.
Yeah.
It's all the goosebumps. I did not put the dots together.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you do have a superpower.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Oh. Cheers to that.
Cheers with my phone.
My
tea.
My tea.
Okay. Do you, or what is your guilty pleasure? If you have one.
I do.
Okay. What is it?
I don't want to say sometimes it's like I just need alone time.
No, but
I need that time to sit back and recharge.
Everyone needs that.
Sometimes I like to just lay in my bed and go meditate. And also, I don't know if this would be a guilty pleasure, but I have gotten into reading. But the only way I will really read is if I'm going to learn. Where I can't really just get into a love story book. And I mean, it's great. However, I want to be able to learn something. And so I would say doing things by myself.
Yeah.
Where I've created this great relationship with myself.
No, that's amazing. Not a lot of people could say that. At all.
I look forward to doing things by myself, or just being in the car by myself. And I've come a long way.
You have.
With driving.
We're very proud of Taylor.
Baby steps.
That's okay.
I say baby steps, but I have come a long way. And one of the secrets, I guess it's not really a secret, but one of the things that I do in the car when I drive, just to help calm myself, anxiety, put the music really loud, but sometimes I'll sing.
Yeah.
And it does help with calming anxiety and just doing the things that I can do by myself. I think that really guilty pleasure, but it allows me to create a stronger relationship with myself.
And that's where you're finding true love.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah.
It all starts with loving yourself.
It's so true. You said you have a guilty pleasure, which is your alone time, but do you have a guilty pleasure food? Because I know I do.
I would say I do like chocolate, like cacao, but not like a Hershey bar.
No.
Chocolate, like the good quality cacao. And being able to make, you know what I really love?
What?
I've been dying to make this. 2 things. I love just like a hot chocolate. I haven't made it in a long time.
Yeah.
But I used to make it all the time with my collagen. Like a cacao collagen hot chocolate.
Yeah.
And I've been getting the urge.
Ooh.
Also, I
love that.
I think my hormones are there. It's coming.
That's good.
Things are brewing.
You're getting those cravings.
Oh, are we? Also, update, my sleep has been chef's kiss.
Amen.
Amen. You have no idea.
Okay. So
I
chocolate
would say
or cacao?
cacao, like a good quality cacao. And I love mint chip ice cream.
Oh,
So good.
I love ice cream.
Been another one that I've been dying to make. I have a recipe for it, but it's frozen banana, frozen, I believe, avocado. It's like a healthier version.
Yeah, like a I think they call them nice cream.
Yes, that's it. I haven't done it yet, but that's my next two things on the to-do list.
Nice. Like that. Okay. So if you could relive a day in your life, what day would it be and why? Not redo, just like, oh, that was such a good day. I want to experience it again.
I think about this one.
Tough one.
It is like my Holy Communion.
You know why? Because that day was all about you. And we celebrated you. That's why. But guess what? You are going to be able to kind of relive that day because your wedding day, it's going to be about you. You're going to be in a white dress again. There's going to be a ceremony.
Okay, I do have another one.
Okay.
I would say my sweet 16. That I would, oh wait, no, that's another one that I would change.
Come on.
Not a relive. See,
I know.
Many that it's like, oh, I want to change that. I would go back. I would say ice skating, landing certain jumps. I remember during one of my tests, it was for one of my freestyle tests, and I was having such a hard time landing my axle for months, and test was coming up, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go through with it. And practicing before, couldn't land this jump. Mid program, landed it for the first time in a while perfectly.
Oh.
Passed the test, and it was best feeling.
Amazing.
And then say another one, just family vacations in Anguilla.
Yeah.
It's just peaceful, magical. My happy place is Little Bay.
Same.
It's my happy place, my favorite place in the entire world. So Anguilla it's a tiny island in the Caribbean right next to St. Martin. It's only about 15 or 16 miles long by 3 miles wide. Super tiny. Food is unbelievable. The people are absolutely beautiful inside and out. And there's this beach called Little Bay, and it's literally a little.
Yeah.
The only way you can get there is by boat, and you have to stand on a dock, wave this guy down, Calvin. He drives up to the dock and takes you to Little Bay, and then he just drops you off, and you're there until
Calvin comes back.
So it's like to be there for 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 days. But it is so peaceful, and the view is
breathtaking.
And it just allows you to sit in gratitude for the beauty that God created.
Yeah.
My favorite place.
Me too. I love it. It just feels so good. Okay. So you asked me this question. I thought it'd be fun. What is your affirmation for today? For your birthday? What is it?
I celebrate me.
I love that.
All that life has to offer.
That's amazing. Love that.
It's been I would say coming back from the retreat, or even going into this year, I wanted to celebrate life, because in the past I wouldn't necessarily wear a lot of black or wear dark clothes to work out in. And one of the intentions going into 2024, I wanted to live life in color. So I chose to wear colorful clothes, because when we wear dark clothes, sometimes it makes our mood a little.
Yeah, it does. I wore bright orange for you.
And so that was one of my intentions for 2024. And going into the retreat, or coming out of the retreat, one of the messages was to just celebrate every single day. And that was actually when I was meditating this morning, it was just another reminder just to celebrate yourself and celebrate life. So my affirmation is celebrate me.
Yeah, that's that. That's awesome. Okay. What is the number one thing on your bucket list that is not career related?
I want to go to the West
Oh,
so badly and travel to Australia, Bali, Fiji, Dubai, and be able to go and experience the culture and just see the beautiful flowers, the water, the beaches, just be able to know. I don't want to say, oh, what it's like there, but I do.
yeah.
I'm so connected to that part of the world for some crazy reason. I don't know why.
Past life?
Maybe past life, just maybe their culture, their spirituality, as well as India. I just I love their culture. So on my bucket list is to visit that part of the world.
Yeah. That's awesome. I think that'd be so beautiful. Just going to like Fiji,
Yeah.
Bora Bora,
Go to
Thailand.
exactly. I've been dying.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to see Europe,
Yeah.
but it's not top on my list.
Mm-hmm.
I would feel I want to go to experience that with my family, connect back with our roots and our ancestors. However, if you say, hey, we're going to Australia tomorrow, I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
my bags are,
I'd go.
let's go. I want to be able to meditate out there and just feel the different vibrations.
No, it seems like a magical place. We gotta go. So what are you most passionate about right now?
Say helping people and creating abundance for our business. And I don't mean abundance as money, where, yeah, of course it's nice to have money, but an abundance of love. I don't want this to sound weird, but I want to make sure I'm explaining it correct.
Okay.
An abundance of healed people
Yeah.
where we're able to help people through those dark times because I know what it's like to sit one alone in those dark times. And in today's society, I would say that they've normalized so much that it's normal to be depressed, to be anxious, to be sick, to be uncomfortable. And, oh, we're just going to band-aid that. And maybe you'll feel good for an hour, but tomorrow you're going to wake up feeling the exact same way. And I've dealt with that for way too long, where it's time to wake up, to wake people up and say, you have the power within you to heal and to choose a whole new path for yourself. And I've done it, you've done it, and now we can do it together. And that's something that I know is my purpose. And I've helped so many people step into their highest potential. And now I'm so excited to step into mine.
Mm-hmm. What is a fear you have overcome that has made you stronger?
There's a few.
Okay.
I would say one, I guess one simple one is driving,
Mm-hmm.
where or not necessarily driving,
Yeah.
but just being in the car. For those of you who don't know, Abby and I were in a bad car accident in 2014.
Yes. 10 years ago. Well, it'll be 10 years ago.
18 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And it was, we were so
We're so protected.
where we were able to walk out alive.
Yeah. With just like scrape on my knee.
Yep. However, for me, it did affect me physically and mentally for a while. I would have bad panic attacks, wouldn't drive for a long time. And I thought it was normal. I didn't think anything of it until I was in the car with our mom and she hit she hit a curb and it just set me off. And I was like, okay, yes, so something is wrong. And little by little, I started to gain my confidence to drive again, started driving. And then about a year and a half later, I was in another bad car accident. And again, that was another setback. So for a while, I would really just drive locally. But this past summer, I wanted to work towards driving longer distances. And so little by little, I would put myself up to, I wouldn't say the test, but I wanted to overcome that between theta healing that has helped tremendously to overcome that. And then just being alone in the car and saying, okay, I'm going to go there for a reason. I have a purpose to go to Ascend to work out with Jeremy or to go to the sauna or to see a client, or I was always going for a purpose. Or maybe I just wanted to go get coffee.
Yeah.
I do that for myself. So I would say overcoming driving. And then another one is it's like the fear of losing our family. That's something I would say that is a common.
Yeah.
But knowing that we have each other, we have such a strong pact and community and unit, that is something that I have been working through to overcome. And I would say that I have overcome it, especially with a lot of theta healing.
Good. No, that's really good. So what can you not live without?
I feel like when we're traveling, that really puts you to the
Oh, it does.
where it's like, oh, I wish I had this. I need that. My skincare.
Same.
I need my skincare. If you have no idea, because you know my journey with acne, where you never know what you're going to eat and if it's going to make you break out. So I would definitely say my full skincare routine.
Same.
Not just like, oh, my face wash, my cleanser and my face cream. No, I need my full on, probably 20-step wash shot included skincare routine.
Yeah. Honestly, it's so important. Yeah. Okay, a few more questions. What is the moment that you have felt grown up, if you have one, where it's like, this is it?
Like, oh, I'm old.
You're old, but it's like, oh, I feel like an adult.
When I have to write checks out.
I wasn't expecting that.
Like, oh, this is weird. Or if I have to like pay bills, like which I didn't miss it. Oh, I'm good. So you have to pay like your bill.
I know.
Doing. Or sometimes you forget, and it's like, oh, you get the little
reminder.
And it's like, oh, we deducted $10 from your, or maybe not, or we deducted something from your account.
I missed it. The penalty.
Yeah, so I would say that.
Oh my god.
Like,
yeah.
pay credit cards.
Yeah. Okay, so since it is your Saturn return, yes, and you've been through a good amount of things, what wisdom can you share with our audience? Like, what is it that you just want to just share now that you're at this point?
Heal the parts of you that need the healing the most. And I always said this, that I would rather do the healing now than in 10, 20, 30 years when I'm married and I have children and I'm just starting to face my trauma. Where the last
many years,
decade, it's been filled with healing. However, it's been so empowering because this past weekend, we just got back from the retreat and I hit that level of this is exactly what I've been longing for. And when you get to that point, it is so beautiful. It made me sob and cry. And if someone saw me crying in that moment, they would have thought, oh my gosh, like, what is going on? I need to hug her. No, it was pure joy. Joyful tears. They were ugly tears, but they were joyful.
Yeah.
Because it felt so good just to love myself and gain all those parts of my soul back, where in that moment, you can choose yourself. And I would say, choose yourself, begin to love yourself, and look at the parts of yourself that have those, but allow those cracks to make up who you are. Love them, but also mend them so that you can do the work now rather than making your kids suffer through it, or when you are settled down in different relationships, you're just starting to build a relationship with yourself. Do it now so that it's easier and you can enjoy the relationship with your husband or your partner, your children, go travel and have a whole new perspective on life. It makes raising kids so much easier because your kids will not suffer as well. They're not going to be suffering with maybe the body image issues that you did as a child. So yes, you're doing it for yourself, but more importantly, do it for your future lineage. And when you heal yourself in that moment, you're not only healing yourself, you're healing your past, your present, and your future. You just healed 7 generations backwards as well as 7 generations forward. So I think that's really the best thing that you could ever do for yourself, family, your lineage. And it's a form of self-love.
For sure. But it's so important. I love that. I think everyone needs to hear that. And yeah, we all need to do the healing, do the hard work. It may not be pretty.
Oh, no.
But it's so worth it.
But you get to learn about yourself.
So much.
And like, that's why it's one of my guilty pleasures, is because I love healing.
Yeah. And learning.
I love learning and diving deeper into my chakras and knowing what's in my heart. And yes, when you're maybe in certain meditations, it's like, oh, this is dark. This is uncomfortable. But when you come back to the present moment, into that conscious state, it's, holy cow, I just healed aspects of me that if I didn't just go through this, maybe they would never be healed in this lifetime.
Exactly.
And now I have to put that on my kids to heal? Absolutely not.
Yeah. And I
have their own things to work through. Yeah. And now you're able to build your own toolbox to help your kids through that. Or maybe your husband, friends, etc.
Exactly. And I love witnessing it in myself, but I also love witnessing that in other people when we're a part of that for them. It's amazing. It is. Okay. So what is an empowered soul?
An empowered soul is someone that truly loves themselves and is able to connect all parts of themselves, their mind, their body, their soul, but also their heart. Because a lot of times we forget how important our heart space is. I'll explain like the chakras very quickly to get to the point. So our heart space is the channel between our 3 lower chakras and our 3 upper chakras. And if we have this channel blocked off, we're not going to be able to be in alignment. And it's so important that we align our mind, our body, our soul, and our heart so that we can create this beautiful channel of connection, of connectedness within the earth, within ourselves, and also with God, creator, source energy, and just allow this beautiful energy of unconditional love to flow between Mother Gaia, ourselves, and creator. So I would say an empowered soul is someone who has that beautiful connection flowing that is open, and you're able to live in alignment with yourself, with the earth, and with creator.
Okay, so now for the question that everyone is wondering, what are you soul over?
I am soul over not celebrating.
Yeah.
Because we sit so much in the dark times where we don't recognize the great times. And I'm so excited I said this earlier, but I'm so excited to celebrate this upcoming season of myself, the holidays. And like I was saying before, I've come to that acceptance that the holidays are going to be different since losing our grandma. However, when I do have kids or am married, I don't want them to be dark. I want to celebrate our family, celebrate the traditions that we have that we're creating. And yeah, when we are at Thanksgiving, Christmas, these holidays, we don't fit in.
No.
But if you think about it, were we ever born to fit in?
No.
No. What kind of business do we have? I'm going to celebrate myself, celebrate how friggin' amazing we are, how much wisdom we have. And yeah, I will speak some channel stuff at Thanksgiving and Christmas and my birthday. Because you know, who needs to hear this will resonate with what is being channeled.
Amen.
So I am so over sitting in those dark times without celebration and allowing myself to be my most authentic self. And I would say last year was kind of that turning point where for my birthday, I wanted this one hat from Luna Bloom. So Luna Bloom she has an Instagram account and she's located in Arizona. She goes to the desert and hand paints these beautiful hats.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh. And that was all I wanted for my birthday. And my birthday, I think it was the week before Thanksgiving last year. Sometimes it falls within that week. I am wearing my cowboy boots, wearing a sweater dress. I showed up looking so cute for Thanksgiving.
She did.
No one, not a single soul said, "Oh, Taylor, I love your hat."
Can't miss it.
It is a fashion statement.
Exactly. And no one said a word.
No one said a word. And I did not take it off the entire time.
Why should you?
Exactly.
You're being you.
Thank you. So that just goes to show that was that turning point where I'm going to show up as my most authentic self. I'm going to celebrate myself because you don't know what I went through. You don't know what it's like to be in the position that I was in time after time. And when you get to the other side of that, it feels so damn good. So you are so I am so worth celebrating.
Yes.
The parts of me and to make magic happen. And I'm so excited to do that.
Love that.
To allow others to experience that feeling.
Yeah. Okay, so I was going to ask this one question, but you kind of already answered it. But I guess I could, if you have anything else to share, I'll still ask it. So going into this new phase of life, your Saturn return, this very exciting period, what is it that you're soul into?
What I'm soul into, continuing to connect with myself and my intuition, because I would say that's also another lesson that I did learn this past year was ignoring those little hints where it's like, oh, okay, I know I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
I think we're all guilty of doing this stuff like that.
And it came to the point where it did affect me physically. And when you do start to ignore trauma, emotions that you haven't released, it's going to continue to show up until it's literally straight in your face. So what I'm so into is tapping into those layers of myself and learning about myself and how I can heal those parts of myself so that my kids don't have to do it. And one of the things that I have added to my toolbox is breath work.
Oh, I love breath work.
And I do breath work every single day, but it wasn't until we were on the retreat when we did a conscious connected breath work workshop. And I've done many different types of spiritual practices, different wellness practices. And sometimes we get to a point where it's, okay, this has only helped me so much, where we kind of get comfortable. And as much as I love sound healing, it helped me get to one level. And then it came to a point where it's, okay, this is really just for me to relax. Because as sound healers, or healers in general, we're constantly giving out. And now when I do attend sound baths, it's more of a way to still connect with myself. But lately I've been finding myself just falling asleep. So it's like, okay, I know this is what I needed in the moment. But when we were in that breathwork workshop, I was able to tap into layers of myself that I have been longing to connect with and to heal. So that is another thing that I'm just so into and excited to tap into that more, but also heal deeper layers of myself.
I love that. So I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for this new, I guess we could say, era of Taylor. Like, I'm just so excited to see what blossoms and what grows in this new period. So happy birthday. I wish you very, very happy birthday. Happy Saturn return. And I know all of our Soul fam wishes you the happiest of birthdays. So thank you for sitting in the hot seat, answering those questions, giving us a little juice, giving us a little wisdom, but most importantly, all your love and sharing it with us.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for tuning into another episode of Soul Over It. We are your hosts, Taylor and Abby Scarpello. Join us weekly every Thursday for a dose of inspiration, empowerment, biohacking tips, and some exercise for the soul right here on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. And if you're listening in on Apple, please don't forget to leave us a review.